What is up, guys? Cole Townsend here. So today I have Spencer with me. We are going to be working on his 2010 Toyota Tacoma. It's basically completely 100% stock. And today, with the help from WULF Suspensions and their Tacoma lift kit, which has like mid-travel arms and extended travel rear shocks, and then some strut spacers and some lift blocks, we are going to go ahead and lift his truck.
Yeah, I don't want it to be stock.
He wants his truck to look like this, so hopefully this will help it look a little like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So let's get to work. So first things first, I'm going to show you guys what comes in the kit. So first off, you get a great set of instructions for your differential drop, your front suspension, your rear suspension, and like everything you need to do to install that stuff. Then you get an air freshener, some stickers, little Instagram, social media card, all the hardware you need for installing the kit. Your two tubular front arms, which are super like high quality. They got a nice joint in there and some really nice bushings, and they're really sturdy and they're gusseted, so they shouldn't bend. And then you got your two WULF Suspensions brand rear struts, spacers if you want to go a little bit higher than the 3-inch. This will go, I think, 3.5 inches instead of just 3 inches in the front. And this is your 3-inch lift spacer. The reason this isn't actually 3 inches tall is because the shock isn't mounted at the end of the arm, so it moves it at the end of the wheel 3 inches, so it's lifting your truck 3 inches, but you don't have to move the strut that much to lift it 3 inches. And then you got your rear lift blocks, which are 2-inch lift blocks. They have an angle to them so your suspension will travel right with the lift block installed. And then you got your brand new U-bolts, because you need extended U-bolts and you want to replace your U-bolts anyways because they're probably worn out after. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a quick walk around of the truck before we start the lift, and then I'll give you guys an after shot too. So before we start the lift, it is at 35 inches in the front for ride height, and in the rear we were at 36 inches ride height. So we're probably going to be going to around 38 in the rear and 38 in the front, so it'll be completely level across the board. We are going to go ahead and do the differential drop and skid plate spacer. So you do the differential drop so that your CV axles are not at a super high angle, so that you don't like tear your CV boots or just wear out your axles, because the CVs are at such a high angle that it puts a bunch of stress on them when you're driving around or at full droop. So first thing to that is you jack the truck up and you put these two spacers in. I'm assuming those bolts go with those, but I'll tell you guys for sure in a second. So as per the instructions say, first thing you do is 4 steps. You drop the skid plate to access the diff. So we're gonna go ahead, drop that skid plate, and then we're gonna go ahead and remove the front diff mounts, loosen the rear diff mounts to make it easier to install the front diff spacers, install the diff spacers, and install the skid plate spacers. So let's go ahead and do all that stuff. Okay, so once you get your diff dropped like that, it is loose. You got the back one loose, you got the front two loose. You're gonna go ahead, get your new bolt that WULF provides with the washer, and where's the drop? Right here. Take this, put that right there, and then put your new bolt through the hole. Okay guys, a quick little tip when you're putting your skid plate on Tacomas. There's these little hooks on the front and these holes, and if you put this on those hooks, it'll hang the skid plate for you and make it a lot easier to install the skid plate. So just a quick little tip that'll make it a lot easier. Also guys, remember when you're under a truck that has mud on it and stuff, always wear safety glasses, right Spencer?
Yeah.
So let's get some safety glasses on. Okay guys, so we got the two spacers on the skid plate under there installed. And back here there's no spacer on this side, and then there is a spacer over here. So And that is just because you don't need 4 spacers, you only need 3, and that's what comes in the kit. So that's how it works. And once you get that done, you clean the stuff off the lens because there's a bunch of stuff on the camera lens. And then we're gonna install the front stuff, front suspension stuff. Okay, so for removing your front suspension, you got your wheel off already. Then next you're gonna go ahead and take your sway bar link off the top of the strut and the bottom of the strut. And then after that, I'll get back to you guys and tell you what to do next. But the instructions are super detailed and they tell you like everything you need to do. So just beware of that if you do get stuck. Okay guys, so we just found something out. We didn't realize you had to take all the sway bar stuff off. So we took all the sway bar stuff off and now you can move that all the way forward. And then get your strut, come up the bottom, and you gotta like work it a little bit. And then kind of like unscrew it out of the car. There you go. And there's your strut. So now we're gonna go ahead, put our strut spacer on top of this and then put it back in the car. And put our upper control arms on. So now we're gonna go ahead and install the upper control arm. So to do that, first you remove your nut and then, well, as you see right here, that hits. So what you gotta do is you actually have to bend the metal here in order to get that out. That's the only way you can do it. I just went online, like looked it up, and total chaos, like the people that made my suspension A-arm kit, that's what they did. So I didn't see another way to do it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and do that. Just got the fender wall bent up to get that bolt out. That was a little hard, but it wasn't that hard. Anyways, upper control arm is out. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw our new WULF Suspensions tubular arm in. And that's tubular, bro. That was a really bad joke. Anyways, we're gonna throw that in, and then we're gonna get this all bolted back together. And then we're gonna have some lifted truck action going on this side of the truck. And do the front strut spacer install. So it's super simple. You just drop the strut spacer on top of your 3 studs here. You put your factory bolts on here, and you're gonna go ahead and torque these to your factory torque settings, or torque specs. And then there's also another spacer over there. You're gonna grab that.
Oh, you're talking about this thing?
Yeah. And this gives you another like 1/2 inch of lift, and we're gonna go ahead and put those on if you want. Do you want another 1/2 inch of lift? Max lift?
I don't know. Sure.
So we're gonna go ahead and put those on because he's gonna be running 33s and we don't want him to rub too bad. To put this on, you just drop this on top like that, and that's that. And you got your 3 bolts there. We're gonna go ahead and put this through there. Keep in mind, because this is rotated, you're gonna have to rotate the bottom. It's really simple. We'll just put like a screwdriver through there or something, or a breaker bar, and then turn it, and it should rotate pretty easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this in, and then we're gonna go back to installing those tubular arms. Okay guys, so now we have the strut all installed with the spacer up top. And it's all bolted on down bottom, it's all torqued down. Now we're gonna go ahead, throw the tubular arm in there, and then get on to the next side. We are not gonna film the next side, we're just gonna time lapse it. I think you guys got the gist of what we did for this side. We're not gonna repeat ourselves twice, and then we'll get on to the back. So let's get this done. Okay guys, so me and Spencer over here, who just learned a ton about working on cars, got this side on and the other side on. So now we're gonna go ahead, throw the wheels back on, blow it on the ground, and get on the back. Start working on that. A few tips that we have in here when you're bending that. You do gotta bend it a lot more than you think. On the battery side, there's a bunch of stuff. Take the battery out, it's a lot easier. If you don't have a tool to get these pop rivets out, use 2 flathead screwdrivers on either side and then pop it out. So those are your 3 little tips that'll make it a lot easier.
It looks kind of straight up and down, man.
Okay guys, so we just moved the truck back and we're at 38 inches, so that's exactly what we were looking for. 3-inch lift on this thing. It looks kind of weird with the little tires. We're gonna throw my wheels on it if we have time tonight and see what it looks like. But let's go ahead and move on to the back. We're working on the back now. We're gonna go ahead and take the struts off on the bottom and the top. Take the leaf off, the U-bolts off. Lower the axle down and then put the spacer, right, the block right in there. Put the new shocks on and be good to go. So let's get that done. The first step when you're doing the back, after getting the tires off obviously, is you want to take off the bottom of your shock, which we did, but we gotta lower the jack to get them out. Then we'll take the top ones off, and then we're gonna take the U-bolts off. It's really simple, and then you're gonna want to have the differential jacked up, as you see right there, because then it makes it easier to get the U-bolts off, so the bolts don't just keep getting tighter as you're loosening it. U-bolts undone. You take this wrench right here, you need to put that on top. There's a little like very small thing to hold. You turn that, you unbolt the top, you take the strut out, then we're gonna lower this guy down and show you guys how to put the lift blocks in. Super simple. Like the back takes you half the time the front takes. The front's a little bit more technical, but it's not that hard. Okay guys, so right now we're installing this side. We've already done the side over there. So you want to go ahead, take your lift block. It's slanted and the smaller side actually goes to the front. Put that locating pin in that hole. And there's a locating pin on the axe or on the leaf spring right there that you have to line up in that hole. Then you take your new U-bolts, slide them on over. Like that. So it holds the bump stop down. And you're gonna put the axle holder U-bolt bottom piece on, put your new nuts on, and you're good to go. And then make sure you torque it down to, for us it's 80 foot-pounds because these are 1/2 inch, but it's different for each truck, so make sure you do your research and figure out what you need. And then after that you'll get your strut put in. So I'm going back over here while he works on that, and I am going to try and get this strut put in. I just got to put the bottom bolt in and then we are done over on the side. Okay guys, as you can see I am covered in crap from laying on the truck, getting this all bolted together. But it's awesome to see it lifted. We got a 2-inch lift block right there. And we got a brand new WULF suspension strut right there. Looks awesome. It would be cool if it was all not so dirty in there, but not everyone cleans their truck as much as I do. So, anyways, looks good. We're gonna go ahead and lower it down. We're gonna go to a parking lot where there's some light because it's kind of dark here, and we're gonna show you guys what the product looks, or what the lift looks like from WULF. And we'll put the link in the description if you guys want to buy this lift kit because it's awesome. It looks cool. It's super easy to install, and it's a pretty good deal. Like a lot better than most of the other companies that have this exact same thing. WULF's arms, like upper control arms, are way cheaper than most of the other competitors, so make sure you check them out before you make your decision. Okay guys, the lift is all done. See the shocks are in there. In the front out here, you can see the WULF logo right there, which is awesome. Now we're gonna go ahead and make this truck a WULF certified truck and put the sticker on. So, sticker placement right there with the big logo. Also, really cool thing, I'm pretty sure I said this at the beginning of the video. I wish I had one of these for my truck because it's pretty cool. But he got a little air freshener, a WULF suspension air freshener. But it's like, it looks cool too. Like, even if you don't have a WULF suspension thing, like go check their website out. They got cool air fresheners. So, anyways, let's put the sticker on, and then we'll do the walk around. We did measure the rear. The rear is at 38 inches. So is the front. So both the rear getting 2 inches, front getting 3. So it is a true 2-3 lift. It looks great. He's gonna get bigger tires now because they look tiny now, and then we're gonna get some better fitment so the tires stick out a little bit, and basically looks like how my truck used to look before I got long travel. Here's the after shot of the truck. As you can see, it's a lot taller. It's pretty much as tall, if not even a little bit taller in the front than my truck. And I'm on 33s, so maybe I need to lift my truck more in the front because I just need to adjust the coilovers to do that. But this looks great. Spencer's stoked on the product. And yeah, looks awesome with the Wolf logo right there. I'm just stoked that he has a like lifted truck. Because it went from like stock, boring, and now it's like getting cooler. And then once he gets tires on it, it'll be like pretty custom. But I just want to give a huge thanks to Wolf for helping us with this lift kit, and the quality of it was amazing. Everything went together like super easy. There was nothing really that challenged us at all, and the instructions are pretty straightforward. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for the video, guys. Please remember to check the link in the description for Wolf Suspension's website. See if they have a lift kit for your truck or your Jeep or whatever you have. And if they do, check it out. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out.